Most of us start off with 2 to 3 founders. The issue is that if one of those founders is not a tech founder, then hiring a developer is really important. Here are a couple of things that you might want to look for if you have to hire a developer. The first is that money really is not the only motivator. In fact, it's rarely the main motivator. What you really need to do is you need to recognize the developer's worth. The last thing you want to do is try to negotiate them down on their rate out of the gate. Acknowledge the rate, acknowledge it, pay it. If you can't pay it all up front, then just simply maybe offer to pay it on deferment or give them a piece of the business. If they don't want equity, that's okay. You can still work with them. Maybe they just don't see your complete vision yet. Second point is to work towards milestones. There's a real tendency when you're working with someone for the first time to try to verify what they're doing. And the way that most people do that is to ask for a timesheet. Well, that's really a recipe for disaster. First of all, you can't validate how many hours someone worked anyway. So rather than do that, what I would suggest is that you work towards deadlines or milestones. First of all, it'll keep the project on track and it'll keep the developer from feeling as if you're looking over his or her shoulder every 5 minutes. Third, is to make them feel like they're part of the team. I mean, they've at this point, they're probably beginning to buy into the vision. It's not about the money, it's really about the prestige and about the product. So when you go out and talk about your successes as a founder and as a company, talk about your developer. I mean, attribute that to them as well, because they've played a major part in it. Fourth, let them make a difference. Here's the irony of the whole thing that I've discovered, is that most developers, they really aren't technicians. They're problem solvers. I mean, and you've probably had a pretty big problem if you had to go outside and hire somebody. So let them tackle that problem. Let them do the job that you've hired them to do and give them the latitude and the leverage to be able to do it. So, I mean, when you're trying to hire a developer, the main thing that I would like to leave you with is the notion of if you're going to make a difference with them, let them make a contribution. And when you hire a developer, think about it like you're hiring a team member, because if it works out, you just might be doing that.